And now it's silent.
It's got me in a pickle.
Yeah.
Mayo.
It's funny that I clicked go live and then we were all suddenly totally silent
Quiet.
for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, no jokes anymore. We just instantly know.
Miracle Whip.
That
Oh, I have to actually phrase it as a
you gotta,
joke.
Yeah.
miracle whip this show into shape.
There you go. That's what I was going to say. Whipping it into shape.
We were just doing some condiment humor before the show started, guys. You missed it
Yes.
as the best.
As opposed to condom humor, which we usually do on the show.
That's right.
So hi, welcome to the greatest comic book show ever. I should probably do this
Bar none.
thing. That's the name of the show, right? I should probably do this thing where I say, hey, we say a lot of swears
Warning.
and talk about
Fuck
dicks
shit,
and
bitch.
fuck, dick, balls, boobs.
We do swears.
So
Yeah.
it's not for kids, whatever. Who cares?
Who cares?
Nothing,
Go away.
nothing
Kids are
matters
stupid.
anymore. It's the apocalypse.
There will be no more kids. So, I mean,
Right.
Well,
That's all. That's the bright side of life, right? Is that?
why does Chris Barrett say, am I still buffering? Was there an issue with...
I don't know. Maybe. I like that.
I look
little
clear as a
emoji, though.
bell, God damn it. Sorry, I just derailed the beginning of the show.
oh, we were never real.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of which, we have no content for this episode, so we're just going to kind of jabber jaw.
Nothing.
Oh yeah.
I just finished Word Bubbles just like 5 minutes ago.
Oh man.
Oh, right. So we got one thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had some like ideas earlier I put in the chat, but it's like I can never plan ahead. I always, especially now that like I'm back at
Nope,
work,
no,
you
you
know, it's
can't.
just like one day at
Yeah.
a time.
Wednesday at 4:30. It's a prime
Yeah.
time to start making content for
Yeah,
9
there's
o'clock.
bubbles and some suggestions and yeah,
I
everything's
assumed,
like.
I assumed it was a
chat flooded
choice
with
on
my-
your part, but
Yeah,
you're just not able?
yeah, just not able to. Yeah,
Okay.
That's the humor comes in your tardiness.
right.
That's
yeah,
easier to take then.
when I finally finished work and I was like, here's a bunch of stuff, and then I okay, I gotta do some
You're playing
stuff
a
around
video
the house
game?
real quick. No, I was
You're on
me
your
and my phone.
Xbox?
That's how I do my phone. And
Really?
like this.
A friend of mine earlier was texting me saying, "Hey, you got to get a Switch so we can play Animal Crossing together." And I said, "Find me a Switch, I dare you."
Oh,
And
man.
he's like, "No, I'll buy you one." I was like, "Well, first of all,
Yeah,
don't
you
buy
still
me a
couldn't find
Switch,
it.
but second of all, like I'm telling you, you cannot find one." And he kept ignoring that. But
Like a Switch
Uh-huh.
like Adrian Peterson used on his kid?
allegedly,
Allegedly.
You're right.
I am loving
was
Animal
railroaded.
Crossing. All I'm playing right now is Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing, which is the polar opposites of the style of game. You know, it's
all I'm playing
great.
is the Pokemon trading card game. What's
oh
up?
nice, sweet.
Wow, you guys are dealing with all this way better than I am.
or arguably way worse.
I bought my
I've regressed.
D&D
Regress.
dice.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
dude. I'm excited for that. I bought them from my LCS, so I gotta wash them in antibacterial. You know.
Yeah, and they're
so.
also totally not matching.
Yeah, but it is the proper dice though. Like, there's a dude that plays D&D there, so he like gave me like
It's like
you
you
pick
need
out
a
ones.
D4, a D6, a D10,
Yeah.
a D12. Right
So
on
I-
cue, backseat driver says, "Hello, nerds." Because we're talking about
D4.
D&D dice.
Oh, that's us. We're nerds.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
So I
TJ
have-
coming to my rescue against Chris Barrett. Thank you for defending my honor, TJ. I appreciate you.
Instead of buffering, it's buff.
You're buff. So before I get to the next topic, I did want to say I'm glad some of us are prepared.
Yeah, that's right. Losers.
Where the hell are my glasses?
It's like
So
half of Kurt
yeah,
Cobain.
what do you guys think about the fact that comics don't exist anymore?
Yeah, we got the digital
Yeah,
eye.
I think it was a good run. Is what I think.
Yeah,
They're just on a vacation. They're coming back.
I predicted a few months ago that we were looking down the scope of comics going fully digital, but I didn't think it would be this soon. And I didn't think it would be because of the end of the world.
Right. I do like the idea of it being postponed though for 3 months. I think is the plan. Right. I wish they would just like.
Long?
I think that's what I heard last.
Yeah,
but, like,
they're not going to do digital because they don't want the whole industry to switch at once.
right. But also like
They want it to happen
I
over
wish
time.
like I wish the whole industry though would just go on pause so they can like catch up with their stories and like get their shit together before they like release more stuff. You know, like maybe they can read you their Generation Zero DC timeline and all that crap. You know what I mean? Like,
Affect 5G.
dude, they need to take advantage of this time off. You know what I mean? Is what I'm saying. So
Maybe they can take another look at 5G and say, "Wait a minute, that's a phone thing. Let's not do
This
that."
is your chance. Fix it.
Or,
fired
you
the
know,
guy, fix it.
they could be like, "Oh, we might die, and let's just all quit comics, enjoy time with our family while we can, or something." You know.
I was talking to a friend of mine back in Massachusetts, and I was asking her like, about her love life and whatever. And she said, "Yeah, I've been messaging the guy for a couple of months." So it's like
Seems
a couple
inappropriate.
months. Well, we're close like that. And I said, a couple of months, like, it's the end of the world. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Go get
If
it.
I ever get a chance to date, I'm totally gonna now.
Yeah. One day I'm gonna kiss.
What was that, John?
That was just the get.
Something wrong with your hand there?
This is John's contribution to the show. He doesn't talk. He just does crude gestures referencing sexual things.
I said date, John. Okay. It's a process. It's a process.
Nobody dates anymore. Everyone just.
From what I remember from 2014, it's a process. Okay.
I've learned that I bring my most to this show when I just sit here in silence and make gestures.
Well, you got your little
It is
sippy,
kind of
right?
become your thing, and then you talk during word bubbles, and then you're done.
Yeah.
It's the best way I do of the week.
That's right.
Oh, well, what are you drinking there tonight, John?
The family label.
Oh, John
Not the world's largest
Jameson.
bottle
Do you
of
get a
John
kickback
Jameson.
from that?
What?
Do you get a kickback from that?
And I get nothing.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Jameson.
It's not John Jameson and daughters. This is John Jameson and sons.
Yes.
Different
Definitely
job.
not me.
So I've got a 21st century question for you guys. Speaking of getting it,
The last century.
can you tell a female to go get it wet?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. You had a good run, everyone.
Yeah.
I would need context.
You mean her swamp thing. Yes.
So like you can tell a guy like get it wet, meaning you put it in and get it wet.
Yeah, Maris Trench. Yeah.
Hi, Kate. How's it going?
Wow.
What is happening?
Wow.
Busted.
It finally happened.
John left the door unlocked. It happened. It
There's
finally
no
happened.
in the living room, man. What are you
You should know better by now.
You need like 3 locks on the door. Be like, do not come on Wednesdays during this time.
Phrasing
Yeah, I was gonna say.
between 10 and 11.
I don't understand the context exactly because I don't know that I've ever had a woman tell me that. Like,
Well, a
Yeah,
woman
go
would
get it.
like a gross bro would say that to another bro, like, "Oh, bro, go get it wet," meaning
Yeah.
put your P in a V,
Bruh.
Bruh.
oh,
meaning get moisture on. Never mind. Moving on. Back to comic books.
Getting moisture, that's the worst word.
Oh,
you
man.
want to talk about other things we're not getting?
John
Yeah.
finally with the zinger.
Been a long time.
Drink more Jameson.
He doesn't say much,
It's
but what he
working.
does. Hey, we've got another show after this, I think.
We do.
Don't plug it.
No offense, I'll be fast asleep.
Honestly, it was the best part of my day today was rereading this again.
Nice.
Oh,
Absolutely awesome.
okay.
So I'm very happy to be talking about this tonight.
Wow, maybe I'll stay up. Dang.
Yeah,
Probably not
right.
worth. I'm not saying the show is going to be worth it. I'm just saying it was.
Yeah, I mean it's New Comic Book Day book club. That show's a train wreck.
Appreciate
absolutely.
your honesty. As opposed to this one, which is meticulously planned out and executed.
Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't have to
To
be
the highest
meticulously
degree.
planned out. We have 4 guys who like to say words with our mouth holes.
Oh,
Take that, Rob Worst.
yeah. Gotcha.
What's up with Rob Hurst?
I don't know. That was a weird shot.
He's
Okay.
he's on at the same time as us on Wednesdays,
Gotcha.
and he's way better.
Oh, well, I mean,
Naturally.
a kid making slime is better than this.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah,
of
he gets
other
way more
shows
views
on
now.
the same time as us that are better than us. This book right here was a gift from Jay Blitz, who is a vet who has a show that's I think on right now. Jay Blitz Comics with Vets. He does it several times a week. But this I just want to shout out thank you to Jay Blitz, and he's got a good show and he does
What's up,
great
Jay
things
Blitz?
comics and vets. and he heard me say that I needed this one book to finish like a run of like 175 through 330 of Uncanny X-Men. I was like, I'm just missing this one book. I'll find it for $1 at some point. He bought it and had it shipped to me.
Nice. That
But
rules.
we have 13 people watching. Go watch other shows.
Yeah, take it easy.
Are there dogs and cats on this Jay Blitz show?
This is the best succinct,
Veterinarians and
excellent.
What?
Yeah, I got it. I was just passing over it. This is the
But
most.
if I had a nickel for every time you've said to me, "Yeah, I got it," it's like a running joke on this show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, it was very funny. I mean, I'm just being the jerk. I'm playing the role. Breaking kayfabe.
Steve Martin's the jerk.
I do agree, though. Whitewell is saying that that's the most succinct description of our show
Yeah.
you could possibly have, and it's perfect. Yeah, one sentence.
Yeah.
Although 60 minutes. I don't know about that.
Yeah. We usually go about 50.
Yeah,
But,
we're right in there. I think last week not so much, but that's because it was
Yeah.
just the two of us.
But
Nobody even wanted to join us last week.
suffer through is the best part of that.
I will bet you guys $10 that Backseat Driver was born in May of 1980.
I watch it every week, but I put it on double speed.
Guess what?
Can't blame you for that.
I was born in May of 1980.
What? You must be best friends with Backseat Driver.
Yeah, we were pretty close.
Hey, wasn't that right when Empire Strikes Back came out? I think
Probably. I was 0. So
That sounds about right.
I was June '77. I was right when the original movie came out.
yeah,
So.
boomer.
Original and sequels.
No, he's a millennial. He just walks into his comic shop with no regard for coronavirus.
Yeah.
He's like a Maloomer or a
Bloomer.
Boomenial.
Bloomer. Chris Barrett says, one sentence describe book club. John likes the book and Alex shits on it. No, that's not true. John shits on the book a lot too.
I shit on a ton. I'm not going to shit on this book though. It's amazing. I don't even know where I put it. It's around.
I just know one thing. Alec will talk about choices. I don't understand this choice that was made. And it's a very diplomatic thing to say. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Or
thank
now
you.
a critique of our other show.
Yeah. Let's see. What other stuff? Let's play.
Counterpoint.
Let's play book club as a dumpster fire. Why? Colon.
Because nobody wants to join us on it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I can't blame them.
No,
Well, I haven't been invited since Meet the Skrulls, which was 7 years ago.
which is
Mine was
great. by
But it
the
was a
way.
great.
That was the last one that Alec liked, I think.
Not true, but
No.
still true.
But
The
yeah.
truthiness.
Thanks for yes ending.
I liked
John. Appreciate it.
Strange Skies Over East Berlin, but we did read that after I already liked it.
PJ, that's great. He said, "There's no show I'd rather watch than this." Oh wait, Thanatos just went live. Bye. Just joking. That's a mark. There's so many little burns in there.
Guys, I was in my
Ahead of their
basement and I found toilet paper I didn't know I had. It was the most
Oh,
exciting
nice.
thing.
Secret toilet paper.
That's a gift right there.
That's
Yeah.
like finding a $1 book you bought in your bin, and now it's gone up to 50.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, I bought that.
Was it
I'm like,
sandpaper?
I should start an eBay account right now.
Yeah, good luck shipping
Flip
stuff.
this shit.
Stuff.
Stuff is shipping just fine, man. I've received so many comics in the past week; it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after tomorrow, I'm not allowed to go to the post office. So
How about the? I know Jason's got something that could answer yes or no to this, or tell me what book are you reading? Like what older book, not a new book that just came out in the last week or two. What is the first thing you decided? What's your quarantine top one book that you had to go back and read?
Man, I don't know. The
Go back and read.
the oldest thing I read recently was that Old Man Quill thing. I've been reading like last 2 or 3 weeks. That's stuff I've been getting caught up on. Actually, probably longer than that. Probably a couple months ago. But it's all like recent comics. I haven't deep dived into older stuff. If I do, I'm going to read that Absolute Swamp Thing down there, and then probably followed by this Justice League one. But yeah, it's just gonna be a while before I get to that. What about you guys? What are you reading, John?
Bear, what was your? Okay, you want me to go? Sorry, I did.
yeah.
I finished Jason Aaron's Thor run. I finally read all the issues I had missed. So I read
Nice.
The God of Thunder was the main chunk that I had missed. All the Gore the God Butcher stuff.
I love Gore the Odd Butcher chapter. Yeah,
Freaking good. Oh my god, Isad Ribic
Mhm.
killed it.
yeah, for sure.
I read that. And then I read the first 2 volumes of Descender and went out and bought all the rest of them because it's freaking.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's one Lemire
it's the
book. I
best.
know. That's great.
I freaked out, and I was like, "This is incredible! I need the rest of this. This is amazing." So that, and then
Hey, you remember me telling you that like months ago?
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
And then I read this for book club, which was amazing, and I read this for the jabroni because he's never read Born Again, and I sent him a trade, and he was like,
I
"Oh,
need
what if we
that.
get a little video on?" I sent him this, and I wrote like a whole message on the inside in gold Sharpie foam.
Yeah, like
he hates
words
Daredevil.
highlighted.
He hates Daredevil. He's only read like some of the really because he's only read the really mediocre stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "This is the one." I had 2 copies of this trade. You need to read. This is the good one. Read this one.
I think
And-
the new Daredevil's fantastic too, then, man.
So then I shot a little video for him. He's going to post a video review of Born Again on his channel here this week.
That's awesome.
Backseat driver asked if they're shutting Florida down. No, only Orlando.
Because it's
Mouse.
so freaking touristy. All those
The mouse is
spring
stuck in the
breakers
house.
and-
The mouse is stuck in the house. The mouse has been closed for weeks already, and I'm getting
Yeah,
very
me too.
anxious. I have nowhere to go to get lunch right now. I'm starving to death.
I'm going hungry.
Hashtag
Yeah. Oh, that was terrible.
Temple of the Dog.
Hell yeah, man.
I did get this from the Great Legend recently.
Oh,
I've been reading stuff.
It is
what
cherry.
are you reading?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
Secret Wars there.
Go ahead.
Everyone's seen that book. Who cares?
Well, I took the opportunity to catch up on Family Tree by Jeff Lemire, and I
Man,
gotta
I
say
gotta-
it's a muster read.
Shut up.
Ketchup, mustard, relish in the thought.
A muster
Nailed it.
read.
That was a real cheesy joke.
No, but I really did read it, and it was good. It's good so far.
It's good.
It's a very simple story. A lot of Jeff Lemire stories are deceptively simple because he can be a super like genius and layer things, but this one's just people are turning into trees.
Yeah,
And
I
it's-
read the first issue and I was like, I'm going to come back to this later.
I think
I feel like the same way about Berserker Unbound. Like that was only 4 issues, but it was like a really simple story as well.
Yeah,
I
But it
think,
was-
you
that was
guys
okay,
maybe
but-
just missed the point because it's really about like
Really deep,
deforestation and
really layered.
returning to the earth.
it
and-
could be, but we'll have to
Yeah.
ask him about that, Jason, next time we interview him.
That's right.
I hate you guys. Hey, this is what I picked up for my quarantining. I picked up. I already used this joke in another context with a friend, but I feel like they should retitle the New Mutants to the Quarantines. Nothing.
Because
Not bad. Yeah.
Because
if
Maybe,
you haven't been reading it, do you know that joke?
No, is that actually in the book?
So teens, quarantines,
Oh, teens. They're new. They're teens.
court teens,
Younger.
quarantines.
I got
Listen to
this.
corn. Nice.
the Quarantines. I love
Quarantines.
So that's the
Wow.
original sins, right?
This is Original Sins. Yep. First
Yep.
volume of Hellblazer.
The only one I got, and I've read the like main classic storyline. I've never read any of the rest of the trade because it's freaking huge. It's a ton of reading in there.
Too much for you, huh, John?
That's what I got to read down here. The new
Can't handle it?
I can't.
Absolute edition.
Yeah, real sick, real great. Darwin, rest in peace. I got this Batman Jam, which we're probably going to do on book club eventually because we got no
Hey,
books.
maybe next week. Who knows?
Yeah, that's real purdy. I just didn't want to spring for it. I
We
probably
should
should.
try to get Comic Smurf to join us. Come back out of retirement for that.
Oh, that'd be awesome if you did. Yeah,
He doesn't have internet.
on the
Yeah,
forum.
I read New Frontier before. I just didn't have like.
He,
a high school
he is a
one.
quarantine now.
Go
Officially.
find a Starbucks.
He is a quarantine. Literally, I got this, which is I should put on my hipster glasses for this, but this is a indie book from First Second publisher, and this Matt Fraction miniseries from Image that came out that I never read called November. That's,
He's good.
yeah, man, he's real good.
I got to shout out Chris Barrett for a second for attempting to recite to us some Temple of the Dog lyrics. I don't need to steal that bread.
That's right.
That brought some delight to my soul. I don't need
in the
to
chat-
steal the bread.
In our chat earlier, I mentioned the new publisher AWA. I picked up 2 books out of 4 from them. This is their main one. It's that they're going to pump for the whole series called The Resistance, and it's really funny because I mean it has these actor likenesses. It's like this guy, the president, looks like Ed Harris,
All right.
and there's
Yeah,
like some
wow.
other characters in there. I think there's like a looks like the dude from Pulp Fiction that helps him clean up the car in the garage. The one that drinks coffee. That has Reservoir Dogs.
Isn't that Quentin Tarantino?
Harvey Keitel, I think.
Oh, the wolf.
Harvey
Keitel.
Yeah.
So
Cartel.
Yeah, Cartel.
you guys know, like every once in a while, you just get like this kind of like piece of proof that the apocalypse is real. We're talking about comic books on the show right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, guys.
Shocker.
But this comic is about like a viral apocalypse. It's pretty much setting up the whole entire AWA universe, and it tells you like, oh, now everyone has superpowers, and we don't know how this like disease came about. It wasn't on purpose, whatever. But it's a pretty cool like foundation for like the whole entire label, or publisher, I should say. And the other one I got was like Archangel 8, and it's pretty much just Punisher, but like he's an angel. It's kind of like John Wick and like Punisher mixed together.
John Wick's great.
Is Ed Harris in that one too?
I wish. But yeah,
speaking of Ed Harris, I heard
DJ's
been
is Keanu Reeves in that?
No, unfortunately not. Like the other two AWA titles were okay. But yeah, I think it's cool. I'm trying to think who was Alex Alonso, I think is the main founder. He used to work for Marvel for like a long time. Yeah. So pretty cool. I'm looking forward to what else they put out. But yes, I thought I should bring that up because it's new.
Well, they're not putting anything out for a while.
Right.
Heyo.
No.
Mayo.
There it is.
Mayo.
Better upstart. AWA Comics or
AEW Wrestling.
AEW Wrestling.
Also, Bad Idea Comics. Now they're.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know because
they're non-existent comics right now.
Non-existent now. Yeah. I mean, not only one because they didn't go through Diamond and they were just going to send directly to stores, but now the stores are shut down, so that doesn't help them either. So yeah, now those are ultra rare.
Theoretically, they could still ship comics because if they're not going through Diamond, because Diamond's the one that's coming up the works.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most publishers, I'm surprised they don't do direct. You know what I mean? It just makes sense to have a whole entire mail order, like little side inside your company.
The death of Diamond.
Yeah, absolutely. If I was Marvel, just like hire 20 people to take care of all your mail, or or 10 people, or whatever we can pull off. I think probably around 20.
It's going to take, right?
Probably 20 and a lot of cardboard. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I handle like everything for $20 bin by myself. That's like thousands of orders. You know what I mean? Like, so I guarantee you can get through comics. Like, it'd be fine. But yeah, I'm surprised that's not a real thing, and everyone just forcibly, willingly gives their stuff to Diamonds. It's ridiculous.
Should we force John to talk?
Yeah.
You don't really want that. You think everybody?
I delight in your voice.
And then it happens, and then they're like, "No, we don't want that. That was a mistake."
Dude, you're a guy who reads bedtime stories on YouTube. Give me a break. People like your voice.
Well, I don't. That's my least watched show I've ever made. So I would argue that maybe you're wrong.
I'm surprised you haven't gotten flagged for it yet.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm just gonna go until they make me stop.
Wait, actually, it's Harry Potter, right? J.K. Rowling actually came out and said she doesn't mind people doing that.
But apparently, that would make it illegal before when I was doing it, before I got permission.
It also, I don't know how the publisher feels about it. Like, she might say it's fine, but it doesn't mean that the publisher thinks it's okay. Like, bands might say, "Oh, it's okay to use our music," but then the record label's like, "No, fuck you."
Yeah,
she's a huge fan of this show, so I think she'll pull some strings for John.
Absolutely.
Along with her, I mean, it's all connected, right? Because
tampon string. Sorry.
Wow. And we're back. This is the greatest comic book show ever. You could tell. You knew when you came here what you were.
Yes.
Greatness.
Welcome to get them all in here.
I bought Bloodshot today. By the way, that came direct to video. It's on the PlayStation Store and bought it ASAP. I want to support them. So.
I thought that was a segue from your last joke.
Inversely, I do not want to support that.
I'm definitely going to watch Bloodshot.
Yeah. Everyone can buy it now. $20.
If they release the Black Widow movie that way, I'm in.
The new Suicide Squad movie came out too. Or not Suicide, Harley Quinn one. Sorry.
Black Widow's going to be a dumpster fire. I can promise.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
I'm interested. I'm in.
Me too.
Hey, this is an old ass issue of Deadpool that I found.
I love when Alec does this. Yeah,
Art Adams
Alec,
cover,
here's
right?
where I picture this going. I picture Alec walking around, realizing he's got to do a word bubble, grabbing the nearest long box near him, and just pulling a random comic out.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do now because I've been doing that like literally at work lately. And now that I'm not working, I'll have to actually like look at books in my collection. So I don't know. It's going to happen next week.
Deadpool's got some pretty amazing shoulder muscles here.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Knee muscles.
I was
Yeah.
going to say his knees have a bunch. Yeah,
He's got ripped knees.
Jesus.
So muscly forehead.
Yeah. Is that a Liefeld drawing or is it Art Adams? I think it might be Art Adams, actually.
No, I think it's. I mean, I know around this time Ed McGuinness was doing it. I don't know if that's
Okay.
His knee looks like
No.
a fist.
The feet are way too big to be Liefeld.
Wow, what is
and
going on
visible.
in that picture? That is incredible.
Side
That's
note,
ridiculous.
what's your favorite Liefeld cover? What's the greatest Liefeld cover?
Oh, that Captain America one where he has boobs.
For
Yeah,
sure.
But that's I
That
think that's
tiny
an
head.
interior piece of art. I don't know that it's actually a cover, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think the
think
boobs
it's
are
a
on
cover.
the interior, and
Is
the
it?
cover is not.
Maybe you're right. I think you're right.
Because
I
I've
heard
looked at the
someone-
cover.
Young Blood. What is a legitimately awesome cover. I don't care what anybody says.
I've always
Okay,
loved the 80s
anyway.
cover. I'm a Cable fan. I always loved 80s. new music.
Anyway,
You
So,
can see all the effort I went to highlight
to
panels.
crop
this
and,
week.
and make this look nice. Thanks. So in this issue, Deadpool becomes Thor. He picks up the hammer. I guess he's worthy.
Sorry,
And
this is my impression of everybody watching our show right now.
So Deadpool cheapens the hammer.
on the page before, he flies up to a window where a woman is changing and just like stares at her boobs for a while. But that's not the panel I want to focus on because after he goes to Taco Bell, great choice by the way, Taco Bell for life. He crashes through a sign on a gate down at the bottom. Oh, and he plays baseball too.
I see the gate. I see it. I think I see
He
it.
sees the gate, and then
Underland.
the gentleman who is the owner of
Is that Michael Jackson?
well, you didn't even zoom in. You didn't. I sent you a zoomed in shot, didn't I?
No, you
I don't
didn't.
know.
Not at
Oh,
all.
I
well,
think you did. It's all good.
Screw me. Yeah. So he's saying to Michael Jackson, he says something like "get a life" or something. I don't remember.
Let
what
me
he says.
check that the way Jason would.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. I brought my phone for real to pull up mine so I could read it. Yeah, it's like this.
So he says, "Get thous to life" or something. 'Cause he's speaking like Thor, but it's Michael Jackson. I just thought that was funny.
That is awesome. That is great.
2 pictures, cover and picture. Cover and
He's double checking. He's trying to be.
I don't trust myself this week. So.
I trust.
myself.
We were all thinking it.
Jason and I went.
I literally pasted this in here thinking it was John's at first.
Yeah, I actually
Wait,
used
what?
the same. I used the same issue because the freaking talking horse in this issue is fire.
Oh,
It's
hilarious, dude! I caught up on this like last week.
I
I reread number 1
Oh my
and
God.
I think I was up to 3. So I reread them all, and I'm
So good.
currently caught up. And it
I will
got like
say
better and better.
I loved issue 8, but issue 9 that dropped last week, I didn't love as much.
Mm.
But I'm still sticking with it because it's every once in a while you get one of these, and you're
Yeah.
like, holy crap!
I
this
want to
is
say it was either issue 4 or 5 or 5 and 6 that they were like both hilarious. There was 2
Oh.
like panels in particular in each one that were like hilarious,
So good.
and I was like, okay, I know this one off the top of my head for sure. I got to find, and I can't
Yeah.
remember the other one, so I might have to fish for it for next week. Yeah,
So
this
good.
one, Valkyrie number 5.
It's a good floating heads cover if you're ever on
Yeah,
Comic Doors.
Well, isn't this an homage to something? I can't remember what that
it
cover
could
was.
be.
It
I
was
wouldn't be
an homage to
surprised. It's
something.
got to be. Yeah, so Mr. Horse is for formal occasions. He's just the horse. It's like, let us chat, eh? Thee and me, one worker to another alike. He's a definite article. Does thou like apples? And he attacks this like demon horse. And demon horse turns around. Do you want to go to the next one? And he's like,
Right.
apples? Well, I've never really. Thou like them apples, eh? Bloody scab. And he like hits him. And he's like, I'll bloody have it thee. I will. And the horse is like, help, police. I thought that was so
Help,
funny.
police.
This magical
Oh my
demon horse
gosh.
to like call for the police. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I guess the person riding is the Grim Reaper. But yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed Valkyrie. It's been pretty cool, and it's like I think it's way better than Jason Aaron's Avengers. So yeah, it's the better book out of the 2 for ones he's writing. I'm trying to think what else he writes right now for Marvel. I think
What else
that's it.
Aaron writes? I think he's on a bit
Yeah.
of a break after
Mhm.
War of the Realms.
All that Thor. Yeah,
Guess
dude.
what? Everyone's on
He
a bit of a
earned it.
break.
Oh,
But you know what? I don't think comic writers are really. They're living their life as the usual. They're always work at home guys. You know, there's writing constantly.
Well, and they're usually ahead of whatever's coming out, anyways, trying to keep up. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I do.
Yeah.
think
Unless you're
it's
Doomsday
hilarious.
Clock.
Right. Which was more of a mandate from
True.
editorial, probably not even their own fault.
Way to go, DC.
Mhm.
You're doing fine work.
All right, my choice this week, the classic Batman series, Death of the Maidens, that I didn't know existed until Jay Hood sent it to me as an AOK. But since it's a Ra's al Ghul story, it's catnip for me. So I read through it as part of my shelter in place. And I just thought there was a funny line. Batman does sort of a favor for Superman, and they're communicating, and he's like, "All right, thanks." Superman says, "I think I should thank you." And Batman's not a big jokester, but he just responds, "Probably out." He's like, "I'm just gonna give myself this one." Yes, you should thank me.
Yeah, you should probably thank me.
Yep, probably
I,
out.
Over.
to defend your first statement, I don't think Batman's joking. I think he's quite legitimately saying,
Serious.
"Yeah, you should probably."
Probably.
Well, he mistakenly allowed it
So,
to come
a
off as a
big
joke.
dick swinging.
I wanted him to do one of these out.
Drops the mic.
Right. Until we get to that point, you're right. He's not a joker.
Hey,
Ew.
Fables.
I decided to
Bobby
go the book
Bobby.
that Alec and I are reading tonight, and honestly, there were a bunch of quotes I wanted to pull from this, but I picked. So this is issue number 1 of Fables. We're reading the trade tonight, the first volume.
We get it, John.
There are
Anybody want to guess
so-
where John got this image from?
off the internet? But I have the issue.
My
Bit of a
comic
watermark.
shop,
Bit of
mycomicshop.com.
watermark in the bottom right there.
My comic shop.
Oh, there you go. I didn't even see it. I can't even see it.
It's a meme watermark. It's a,
Because you're getting. I know that when I take pictures of the cover, sometimes you don't even use them. You just go and grab a picture of the cover from somewhere else.
No, I usually sometimes these guys they go to the effort of sending me a cover, and if it's not up to quality, like pixel wise, if I
Right.
know it's not going to look great, I'll just go find it elsewhere.
yeah.
This week it just didn't fucking feel like it. So Fables.
Do it. So this was great. Beauty and the Beast were in talking with Snow White, and they decided to throw it in her face that they heard rumors about her and the Seven Dwarves, and her assistant, the boy Blue, ushers them quickly out of her office and was like, "Thank you. Our door is always open." And she says, "We weren't finished." And he's like, "Yeah, you were, ma'am. Assuming you'd hope to survive that last comment, take my advice. Some topics are best never brought up. Never discuss personal hygiene with a bridge troll. Never trade casserole recipes with a Black Forest witch. And above all, when talking to the deputy mayor, never mention the dwarves."
And
The deputy mayor has like
Beauty shows off them DSLs.
That is some
Yeah.
cleavage there.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, her right boob's hanging out, right? And it's elongated. No, wait, that's her elbow. Sorry. No.
Did
Cannot
my phone draw
unsee.
this?
So it just cracked me up.
That's word bubbles.
Very
What
enjoyable.
about those?
Word bubbles.
Word boublés, ham and bubbly.
Oh my god, that's one of my favorite SNL sketches of all
Yeah,
time.
it's great. When he says you are on the thinnest of ice.
Your thinnest device.
Can we just talk about that skit
Wait, wait.
for the next 20 minutes?
John Hamm, my ideal Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like an older Bruce Wayne, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
But
it.
not as old as what's his face from Game of Thrones that plays him on Titans. The guy who plays Jorah, what's his name?
Oh yeah.
Ian
Well,
McKellen? No, not
Ian McKellen, yeah.
Ian
That's-
Glenn.
that's
One of
good.
them Ians.
Oh,
from
yeah. he
England.
does. Okay, I've heard about that. I mean, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. I heard about that.
He's just
Yeah,
so old on that show.
Yeah, I think he just plays like himself or something. You know, like I don't know.
How
It
is that
wasn't
Bruce
very-
Wayne. He's like 70.
Right.
Anywho, we'll all get old.
Anyway.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
Oof.
Apocalypse joke.
Oof.
Alec was really bringing it, I'm saying.
This is Alec at his funniest in a crisis. I love it.
Mhm.
Really? This is me on
I
my phone
got
saying that we're all
nothing.
going to die? That doesn't speak much for my jokes and jokes and jokes.
I don't know. You seem extra funny tonight to me.
Oh, thanks. Maybe that's just because you're a little punchy from working too hard.
Yeah, a little bit. Don't trust myself. Seawood's on book club?
Yeah, it's gonna be like WCW, man. It's like
Shit,
No,
I'll
dude,
definitely
that's awesome.
watch.
all Comic Core. Oh, before you weren't going to, but now Seaward's on.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
You guys got anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. I don't think so. Is that a wrap? Oh, it's pretty early. It's pretty early. I guess we can keep going. I
I
don't
think
know.
we've met our obligation, but if there's anything else,
I mean, I don't think we have an obligation. This is a show we do for free out of our own kindness of our own hearts, or
You want
for
to
the,
show?
for the,
that's
for the
true.
punishment of others.
You guys pick up any books today?
No.
I read all my books.
Oh shit, that's awesome. What'd
I
you read?
got them
Didn't have a
yesterday, so I
choice.
read everything.
What'd you read? Oh man. Oh, you got that one. I got
I'm always getting these Dodson ones, I think. So
I got
those
this
ones
one, the Mark Brooks one.
Yeah, the Mark Brooks. Everybody likes the Mark Brooks. This was great. I've loved the whole run.
Mark Brooks is a damn good artist.
He is.
I hear good things.
Damn solid. Makes things look a little shiny, but whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Best cover.
Everything's shiny in Mark Brooks.
Oh, is that Once in Future?
Jenny Frison, Once in Future cover.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. I'm
Oh,
jealous,
shit.
dude. Mine
This
didn't
issue is
have
fire.
that.
This is a great issue.
I just got the regular
I
cover.
like her.
Dude, that's awesome.
She's pretty good. You should add her to your basement.
Oh,
she's been on my list.
she can shelter in place here anytime.
I actually
Hey-o.
bought 2 DC books today, which is a rarity for me.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying Far Sector.
Nice. Me too.
Got that. And honestly, I feel like each issue's been getting better on this run. So I've enjoyed the backstory they've been giving to Sojourner. She's really cool. They give more backstory to her here.
I heard they changed up the Ring Power Lantern thing.
The best book I'm reading at DC and the best book I'm reading this week is Last God, no question.
Really?
I bet the art is amazing. Is that Federici, right?
This is the best drawn comic on the shelves at this point. Like with Die not coming out monthly anymore, like this is the best book. This book is fire drawn. Unreal. Each time I read one of these, I'm just like, holy cow! How did he do that? Yes, it's Federici.
Yeah, he does all the.
Love it.
Dan Marley.
Oh, nice.
Dan Marley, baby.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Phoenix Suns.
Fire up
Eight-
chips.
18 to 30, 18 out of 35. What's up?
Ooh.
90s goodness.
And then the worst book I read this week was Protector 3.
Why are you still buying it?
Oh man,
Issue 2. Issue 2 is great. Issue
1 was so bad though.
I liked issue 1.
That's how they get you.
I liked
Did
it.
you?
Too.
And then X-Men.
Yeah, that's one I got
Fighting
too.
the Brood. Come on, I want the Brood, baby. It's awesome. So that was good.
Yeah,
Those are my
Federici
books.
has been doing those. Or I guess he's done with them now. But the Hell Arisen covers,
Yeah,
which are really good.
yeah. See,
That's
Federici.
Last God is really so good.
I got the Suicide Squad one for this week. I'm not sure what this artist is called. I forget his name, but
Is
it's
it
really
weird
good.
that I don't know any of the
Federici.
on that cover?
Got a Christian Ward, X-Men Manowar, #1.
XO Manowar. What's up, Eric?
Yeah. Bermejo, Detective. I'm getting all the Bermejos.
That's Bermejo.
Yes.
Bear Mitchell.
Hellions #1. Here's another Bermejo, The Bounty Hunters #2.
Oh, I forgot to grab Bounty Hunters.
Bounty
too. I need
Hunters.
to put it on in my inbox for
Did you forget it or did you forget it?
I wrote it.
Forget about it. Then I got a Cannabis #2.
Cannabis.
Yeah, right. Dave Chisholm. This dude's
Issue 1.
really.
This issue 420.
This dude, Dave Chisholm's like a jazz musician and I think a jazz teacher and a comic book writer and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, some really trippy art. He did everything in this book himself.
If you want to
The lettering?
let someone borrow that book, you have to pass it on the left-hand side.
Heplehin Said. There's a lot of like weird panel layouts and stuff too.
You should have ended it right there because that was perfect.
No, he did. He's bogarting the comedy.
No, I got something to say.
That looks like I got 3 more left, so we're not done yet.
We haven't even made a number 3 joke.
Yeah.
Just gonna let you do it. You're the father of the number 3, so.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal it from you.
So then I guess what's
every number 3 has the potential to make you a father.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
Something to
that,
think about.
if you are deep, usually you are.
is it
Something to think
Monty
about while
Python?
you're
Every sperm is
off work.
sacred.
So
Each and every one.
I just wanted to say one thing. And I'm totally getting out of character here. It's going to be a rough time for a lot of small businesses, comic shops, restaurants, and stuff like that. So if you are able to support your local businesses while you can, because a lot of them are going to have to shut down or have shut down and may not be able to be opening back up. So go buy comics if you can, even if it is digitally. Not digitally, but through the internet. Because a lot of comics stores have web stores, or they are doing curbside pickup at a lot of places. Don't go to. Wendy's and Burger King and stuff are all independently owned usually. So, but a lot of small restaurants and stuff like that. Backseat driver said, go buy gift certificates. The shops have them. And I know this is also a hard time for a lot of us because, a lot of us aren't working, so we're not going to be making money. But if it is in your ability to do so, support those people because it's going to be weird when everything gets back to normal, hopefully, and we don't have comic shops or restaurants anymore. So,
yeah.
Do what you can.
Waxworks is having a sale right now as well. They're a comic book publisher, and a lot of their comics have like vinyl records on them, which is awesome. They have very few comic book releases, but then they mostly do like movie soundtracks and stuff like that, which are awesome as well. But yeah, they're having a big, I think like 40% off sale. So take advantage.
Well, and there's a few independent publishers who, if you buy books off their websites, you can name a local comic shop where a portion of your funds will go.
Nice. That's awesome.
So
yeah.
Check with certain, certain small publishers, not obviously Marvel or DC or Image, but the other ones you can look, and you might be able to buy your book that you want to read this week, and money still goes to your LCS.
Yeah.
And ask your LCS owner if they have an eBay shop and they're selling back issues, or if you already know that can help keep them afloat during this time. So if you got some disposable income, obviously don't feel like you need to try to save the comic industry on yourself. Do it within reason, because a lot of people themselves are going to be cash strapped. But yeah, if you're looking to buy some comics and your LCS has an eBay store, grab some back issues.
Yeah, I think the Comic Corps is trying to arrange like a store auction or something like that. It was the last time we heard last week, so I'm not sure how far that progressed, but that'd be really cool to see some store owners on here, auction off their stuff. So we'll see what happens, and we'll keep everyone else in detail. So we'll find out sometime for sure.
And since we can't end on that, just make sure you don't jerk off too much while you're home alone. Okay.
What is too much?
Yeah. Okay, you're welcome, everyone. Bye.